Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crazy Kitsune Gaming with yet another episode of the Garden Warfare 2 campaign walkthrough. And today, we'll be doing Korn's final mission. And also, hey, look at that, Rose fans. Are you happy now? I've played as Rose a second time. It's like, I've played her now 2 more times than I actually want to, but we'll be doing this mission as Rose. Good thing is, with this mission, I won't have to deal with Rose's terrible stats. So, Zero Bark 30. Yeah, I'm sure that has nothing to do with Zero Dark 30. Absolutely nothing to do. Fly Agent Korn's elite Butterhawk and protect Agent Korn as he plants a tactical cuke at the zombie's doorstep. So, actually, yeah, before we get into it, a few things to explain with this mission. So yeah, this thing, you're going to be flying it. Now, this thing has a very powerful machine gun, but you can also switch its fire to a sort of overheat-based missile launcher. Now, as for Korn himself, this is basically like an advanced escort mission. Yeah, I know, another escort mission. Yeah, we've already dealt with Grumpy Stumpy, but yeah, no, the escort missions are still alive and well for some reason. But the good thing is, Agent Korn, actually has a lot of health. Now, his damage isn't much better than a regular Korn, but I think his abilities are also on a bit of a shorter cooldown, as he uses things like, the Butter Barrage and the Shuck Shot way more than a normal player would ever be able to. So, yes, it is an escort mission, but at the very least, your damage is massively buffed, and he has a lot more health and ability usage than most other escorts. So, yeah, let's get on with this. We have taken that nuke juice, and will now use it against the enemy. I've reduced the juice down to a nice cuke consommé, and poured it into a miniaturized tactical cuke. By the way, I'm very sorry if I pronounced consommé wrong. That ain't a word I see too often. Along with kook. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cuke, but I'm not 100% sure. Because cuke is just such an uncommon word, unfortunately. Correct! A tactical cuke! And I do plan to use it. Alright, affirmative. We will help you out to the best of our ability. And the good thing is, you yourself are not going to get shot down, most likely. Behold! The tactical cuke! Filled to the brim with nuke juice! The ultimate plant-based weapon. We stole this thing from the zombies. I'm not sure it's exactly plant-based per se, but alright. This plant is dangerous. I trust only myself. I'm going to deliver it right to the zombie's front door. Yeah, are you sure, like, we can't, like, sneak this thing in? Like, dig some sort of underground tunnel? There's a sewer system I haven't really shown off much. We could use that. But I need your help too, Private. Your job is providing air support. Don't let me down. Hop in the Butterhawk. She's fully fueled and ready to go. What are you waiting for? Move out, soldier! Okay. Okay, Rose, now is not the time to use your wand as a microphone. You're not in the shower. Don't even pretend. Okay. How do I get in this thing again? I actually forget. Oh, you just enter plane. Oh, from this little bot. Oh, that's how pilots get in. Okay. This thing technically looks alive, though. Shouldn't he be able to just fly himself? Oh, well. Alright, there we are. Oh, that's such a pretty rainbow in the background. Okay, then. So, yes, we're right now on the Corn Cob Cannon. Now, the good thing is you can't accidentally friendly fire Korn himself, but I would recommend using this weapon, the full auto kernels. Because this thing, it literally will never run out of ammo. It just literally can't. You can fire this thing for absolute infinity. And it actually has a tiny bit of splash damage. Not good splash damage, but with a weapon that has such an amazing fire rate, then yeah, a little bit of splash actually helps, because they're being constantly hammered with it, over and over and over. So yeah, basically, we're going to be wanting to shoot out any targets like that, yeah, especially something as nasty as an all-star. And we're going to need to be minimizing Agent Korn's damage intake as much as possible. He will sadly sometimes get down to places where you can't really support him, so a little bit of damage is not really preventable. He is just going to take some of it, but even on the hardest difficulty, he does at the bare minimum have the health to survive all of that. But yeah, you want to be careful, otherwise he can just be absolutely swarmed by all the targets, because, yeah, not sure if you noticed, they're sending a lot of hero zombies. You should honestly prioritize the scientist first, because they do the most damage, especially when they get close. Put soldiers second, because they don't have anywhere near as much damage as the scientists, but their damage has range. I would prioritize the all-stars third, because let's be honest, they're just there to absorb damage for all the other zombies. But yeah, situations like that with scientists in his face, do not let that happen too much. Also, getting rid of Gargantuars is a pretty good thing as well. And as for any other targets that might be attacking him, like the engineers and, you know, all the different brown coats, don't worry about them too much. Like, obviously get rid of them, especially the engineers, because they can actually slow down his movements across the map. But don't really sweat the small stuff, you know? Okay. Yeah, that guard is getting right up in his face. Oh, and bots. Yeah! You want to get rid of those little bots, as those things will constantly be shooting rockets at Korn. Sadly, they're a little painful to get to. Who's not painful to get to is the Disco Zombie, who will really mess up Agent Korn. I'm arming the Cuke! Keep them busy. Alright. Well, we're really tearing up the zombie base, that's for sure. Come on. There we go. Oh, they're doing a lot of damage. That's not good. Okay, I think we did it? Did we do it? It's always a little hard to tell with this mission, but I think... Oh, dear God. Okay. Wow. Okay, that looks like we just blew up all of America right there. But we did it! Mission complete! We saved the day! By blowing up like half of America. That looks like it took out like multiple counties. Are we okay? Seriously. Now, one more thing. So that is another mission in the bag, by the way. So, I would very much appreciate it if you could continue liking and subscribing, as it really motivates me to do even more of this playthrough. I'm gonna do it anyway, but I would feel really amazing about doing it if you could do all the liking and subscribing. Now, very similar to the Rose missions and the Citron missions, when you've completed them all, you actually have access to this back door area, which actually has 2 rewards for you. It has a corn hat, and it's not a very good corn hat, I know, because I can't even remember what it looks like. More interesting of a reward is he actually has also a gnome back here. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, the corn missions are probably the most difficult ones, shown by the fact that you will also receive a gnome for completing all of them. So, yeah. We'll now be getting to the final missions then, which I will start showing off soon, I hope. But yeah, once you're done with this area, then your next missions will be back down in the garage area. You know, that place, the secret room under the garage where you can see all of your stats, and you have Dave bought 3001, but the 1 is actually silent, so it just sounds like Dave bought 3000 all over again. Yeah, this little room. So, yeah. Hopefully, I will see you guys down here soon. I hope you all have a good day.